Round one. DJ Debs versus the obstacles of life. Fight!
Time right. It's almost time, baby. You ready?
I'm so ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Now, make sure y'all hitting the thumbs up. Make sure y'all comment and let us know where y'all tuning in from. The show Get 'Em to the Metaverse is about to start. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Come on, make some noise. Put some fire emojis in the comment section. It's about to be insane. It's about to be insane. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Yay! Oh,
Hey.
Let's get her to the Metaverse. You gotta get her to the Metaverse. That's joy. That's joy over there, DJ. I'm Jay over here in this get 'em to the Metaverse.
Yeah,
you gotta get 'em to the Metaverse. Oh, hey, listen. Y'all don't understand. We have our own party up in here. It don't matter. All right, we could be in here with 800 people. We could be in here with just ourselves. We gonna turn up, baby. How you doing? Hold up. I'm doing this wrong. How is you, Joy Rain, my baby boo? How you doing today?
Oh my gosh, I'm doing amazing. I am so excited for this podcast today with our special guest.
Come on.
I am just excited to just get started.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? Let me put it on me. J Dunn, how you feeling? I'm feeling pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain, you know. It feel real good in the body to be here today, you know, because it's Get 'Em to the Metaverse. You know, it's our favorite time of the weekend. We a little extra early today because we got a super special guest, so we're gonna be getting to that in just a moment. But man, it's been a crazy. Let me ask you, how was the week? How this week been going? This week been okay?
This week has gone by so fast.
Come on. Oh, it's
busy.
blur. And then we've been having so many good things, positive things happen. And of course, welcome to December, last month of the year of 2022. Come on, like, you know,
yes.
I mean, you feel it in your bones, right? All right, so
Christmas
we got some
coming up.
Christmas time coming up. We got some comments in here. Crazy Creole 09.
Hey, what's
with the
going
fire,
on,
with
sis?
the fire. What up, y'all? What up? Let's say
Hey.
Meta News for Horizon Worlds. World,
Hey,
look,
Meta News.
put some respect on that name. That's world famous.
Yes,
Meta
world
News, okay?
fame.
Hey, that's it, that's it. And I believe, let me see. Hi, what you say?
Hey there. Hey,
Yes,
Fierce.
yes. I thought that was fierce. I didn't want to say it for sure. I be trying to remember the names. And yes, it's Baby Boo. It is definitely Baby Boo up in here. Okay, it is Baby Boo over here. But listen, I'm ready to get into breaking news. You ready to get into breaking news?
I am ready.
All right, well, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, all right. We got a few things we're going to be talking about today, y'all. All right, we got a few things we're going to talk about today. Let me get everything situated because the first one is really cool. It really shows the dimensions of what the metaverse can be. You want to talk about the first one, babe?
Yeah, so the first one is that Morehouse College it will be bringing its classes into the metaverse teaching Black history.
Yeah,
And that is super exciting.
yeah,
It's another perspective where you can go in and see how it's going to be emotional too to see how slaves were actually treated
yeah,
during that time, see how the slave ships were, just to be in that environment. It's
yeah.
going to be emotional. It's going to be something that's going to stick with the students. I know for sure. It's going to be an amazing just tool, period.
Yeah, I saw that Morehouse. Morehouse kind of broke the internet for the last couple of weeks, talking about they were one of the first to do metaverse classes, and
Hmm.
I know they were actually spotlighted a few times from different companies. But what's really cool about this particular thing is they're going to also touch on the Martin Luther King "I Had a Dream" speech, and the students will be able to go in as if they were there, and I just think that's
Hmm.
incredible. And the Little Rock, what was it? The Little Rock. Try to remember, it was a Little Rock 5 or Little Rock 9 when they was the first
Nine.
to enter into the all-white high schools in Arkansas. So I think that's just going to be incredible to be able to use the metaverse to teach in a different way. That's what we've been talking about. Getting into
Yeah.
the metaverse, right? Like finding a way to educate and to explore and to expound on what the possibilities of the metaverse can be. So I'm really excited about that. Would you take a class, Joy? Would you take a class
I
in the
would.
metaverse?
I'm just saying, it would be emotional to be able to experience those things and be like, oh my gosh, look how far we've come,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And it'll be something, I think a positive would be that it'll be something that will stick with you.
Wow.
It's not one of those things that you'll just fly by, be in the classroom looking at a slideshow or something like that, but
Yeah.
be able to really interact and put your heart and be like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this.
Can't
So
believe this happened. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll be out there. They put me in a little, something that I had to get like the whip on me. I'm like, oh, we getting out of here. We getting out of here. I don't want no part of that. I don't want no part of that. But I do think it would be. It's just amazing to just think about even going back to like Egyptian times or other opportunities in there, just to be explore things in a way to where you're not actually flying around a country to do it, but you're able to
Mhm.
experience it in such a way. I think that's gonna be great. And the technology is gonna get better and better and allow us to do so many things with that. So
Yeah, this is just the beginning of
yeah.
this. It has so many more to explore. So I'm super excited to see what people come up with to use as educational tools.
And not only is there educational opportunities, right? There's another thing we want to talk about today, and that's some full body tracking. Okay, with VR chat, a very, very prominent application on the Quest as well as other VR platforms. And I want you to look at the video on screen right now. So this is something that's releasing in Japan really soon. It's from Sony, the makers of PlayStation. So a lot of people think it may be operational with VR. But do you have any desire, Joy, with to dealing with motion capture within VR in any way?
I'm interested to try it out and see, do some cool things. You could do some cool TikToks with it and everything like that. So that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely something I think a lot of people have been waiting for. When we bought our Quest Pros, our desire was, seeing that the cameras was on it and different things like that and the different types of trackers. We were like, man, maybe there'll be an opportunity to be able to use it for full body tracking. Really cool thing about the Mukapi particular devices is that you'll be able to actually sync them with the Quest 2 or with the Quest Pro and use them in applications like VR chat. And who knows, maybe some other applications will build in support for these and you'll be able to full body track. Now, didn't we watch a documentary on full body
Yes, we did.
tracking and VR chat? I think it was on HBO Max. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm intrigued, definitely. I would like to full body track you in the
I
metaverse. I Y'all know what podcast y'all tuned into.
Oh my
Y'all know how I
goodness.
feel about my wife. I would like to full body track my wife in here. Okay. All right. I think that'd be really cool. So Mokabe, if you want to send us a copy,
I
let us
can.
know. Let us know.
The next
And
that's on the docket.
well, talk about full body. Uh,
I don't know if this is any better.
uh,
Next on
so
the docket, we have the Meg The Stallion VR concert
hold on, I want y'all to
experience.
look at my face real quick. Hold. All right, so I got an opportunity to beta test this concert from Meg The Stallion. And I was blown away. Not for any other reason, but that graphically, it was very impressive. No, dead serious, y'all. Dead serious. Listen to me. This we keep it PG-13 around these streets. All right, we're very much wholesome people. But I wanted to check this out because this could be the future of concerts in
Most
VR.
definitely.
And so when I'll tell you, they nailed the experience. Not only are you in there for the concert pieces, and it's very 3D and things are coming at you. It's really insane. They actually added game elements into it. It was like a
Awesome.
30-minute, like a 25-minute to 30-minute segment, where you're just going through these different portals and worlds. It's really, really well done, and I've been trying to get Joy to go in it. I'm not saying I've been into it multiple times for study
Oh
purposes,
my
but I did
god.
get a chance to check it out. It's really good. So it is on App Lab now. It's a free download, and then you can buy the different levels. I think there's like a little demo level you can try out. I think it's only $4.99 for all of the levels. So definitely, guys, if this is something that's up your alley, even just to know what the future of concerts could be. I imagine they got the Biggie concert coming up real soon, right, in
Looking
Horizon
forward to that.
Worlds. So I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities there, where concerts can just take it to another level. What I
Yeah,
was
I'll definitely check that out and I'll let you know
look, y'all
what I
look
think
at her
about it.
face. Look at her
So the
face.
next time that we come on the next show, I'll most definitely give my commentary on the Meg The Stallion experience.
Look, did y'all see the way she's sitting like the Red Stallion experience?
Hey,
Uh,
no, it is nothing like that. I'm
but
just saying.
it's really dope, y'all. Y'all gotta really see how incredible.
Wait, hold on.
All right, can you still hear me right now?
Yep, I can hear you
All right,
now.
awesome. Don't know what happened there. Sorry about that, guys. But one of the last things we're going to talk about for the breaking news segment is this particular person here. It's very, very powerful thing. Just saw that this morning, that Google decided, and it's not so much VR related, but it is kind of a history piece, since we talked about Morehouse, since we talked about games and things like that we talk about on the podcast. We can't talk about any of that without knowing the history. And when I got on my computer today for work, I went over to Google Chrome and I saw that they were showing off Jerry Lawson. He is the inventor of the video game cartridge, right? So as you know, Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and now we've moved on to CDs and things like that. But they have a really cool Google Doodle. So did you know this about this, Joy, about that the first video game system with cartridges was actually made by an African American?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's not one of those things that they have, during Black History Month and everything, where they give this information out. So I'm so glad that you were able to find this. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
It was very interesting, and one of the cool parts about it is that you're able to. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick. You're actually able to go in and do like a video game. So they made like a whole gaming system. Let me see if I can get it up while I'm talking about it here. Google, there we go. Let's see, where is my little system to pull it up? But anyway, while I'm doing that in the background, it's just I wanted to just highlight it because I thought it was just really cool, because we talk about VR, AR technologies and things like that, but we really don't understand just how much African Americans have had so much power in the design and flow of video games and technology, and how we've been at the forefront a lot of times. And that's why we started the show, get them to the metaverse to get more and more people, not just people, African American, people of color, and all races and creeds into the metaverse, begin to design and take it to the next level. And since my system doesn't want to act right, we just gonna move on. But I just wanted to highlight this. You guys can go to Google Chrome and actually pull this up, or google.com, and it's the doodle right in the little screen, and it'll show you actually, in fact, wait, I actually can do this. Wait. Let me do it. I want, because I really want to show y'all this. Let's go right here. There we go. So you click on this doodle here, and it brings up really cool little game and everything, and then you can actually go through and play a little bit, and it tells the history of how video games was made. You know, you kind of know this looks like the NES old school days. He became the first black to create game systems. 1976, Jerry led the team that developed the revolutionary first video game cartridge. And then, of course, as you go through, you get a key that unlocks something really cool. It unlocks a whole new way for everyone to play video games, including you. And then, boom, you're now able to go in and create your own game inside of the really Google Chrome. So I thought it was really cool, just for history purposes, just to shout that out. Since Morehouse is historically a HBCU, right? We want to kind of always touch on those opportunities where you can take it to the next level, right?
Absolutely. And so that goes into us moving into the apps of the week.
Yes, the apps of the week. So you ready for this? Because this was a pretty funny thing we went through on the weekend. So sometimes we have these moments where we just want to get in the headset and just have fun, right? So we were bored. And so what happened? What game we talking about today?
So we decided to get into Mashup, and that is my app of the week. We played games like Beer Pong, Geolocation, Fling Ball, Sketchy, Backs for Basketball, that's what they call it, air hockey, and all kind of stuff. And it was so much fun. We were just experimenting with every single game, and it would be so much fun to play with friends as well. So we would definitely encourage you all to check that out.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. I think the one we had the most fun with, to be honest, and I wish
Basketball
was the foosball.
The foosball.
So, okay, y'all gotta understand. So you're using your controller. So, you're not using hand tracking. So it's not like you're grabbing something physical and you can move it. So you're trying to take this controller and you're flipping, you're kind of grabbing on the sun with the controller, and then you're kind of flipping it around, and you're trying to figure out how to manipulate the ball around this particular field. And it was just the most funnest thing to watch, a struggle for like 10 minutes playing this game. And then when we finally figured it out, it was like mayhem trying to, come on. It was really, really fun. And so Mash Me Up is a really, really amazing game. I think it's free to download. And you can play with friends. It's really just one of those things. It's great for couples too. So we had a situation where we was trying to play it. We didn't know how to get synced in, and a person ended up connecting with me, and I hurried up and got out of it. I was like, I'm trying to play with my wife. I ain't trying to play with you. And it was really funny. But we had a blast in there. So that was a really good pick. So my pick of the week is something that's a little bit more relaxing. It's called Cubism. Oh, listen, y'all. Cubism is a very neat puzzler, right? So I grew up with the Game Boy, Tetris, things like that. And so you have this little puzzle in front of you. There's these pieces floating all around you. And now you have to try to figure out how to place it properly into this particular puzzle piece to go to the next level. And you would think, okay, you're looking at it on the screen. You might think, that should be pretty simple, especially for someone like Joy Rain, who's super analytical. But for me, it took me 5 minutes to do the first puzzle, okay? But it was so relaxing. It's like there's different ways you can do it, different ways you can manipulate the shapes. And it's $9.99 on a store. It was just a great zenning out moment for me. And so I really think it's going to be great. I'm going to get Joy to play it because she's going to probably beat every level in like 1 minute. And that's cool, all right? She's going to make me feel a little, like I'm not good, But,
God.
It's okay. It's okay. It's what we do. Now, this other one, I want you to intro this one because we got really excited when we saw this for what we say is the new release of the week.
Yes, the new release is called Noun Town, and it is a game that will help you learn different languages. And
Yeah.
so you'll be playing this game not knowing that simultaneously you'll be learning a new language. So this is super exciting to see what will come about this. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, so Nountown is one of those applications where using VR, we're going back to this, talking about get them to the metaverse, right? You really want to have technology. This technology really changes the way we learn. So, for instance, instead of you looking at a flashcard, except for a teacher on the board saying apple means this in this language, you go into this world, you pick up an apple, and it's showing you apple is this, right? So you're hearing it audibly, the person may be speaking it to you, and then in order for you to engage back through voice recognition and everything else, you have to say it back, I want this particular
Correctly.
item correctly, or it doesn't give you the point, or you can't move on to the next level. So imagine you going into the office, it's telling you, oh, I need you to pick up this document, but it's saying it, you got to say it in Japanese, and the more you say it, or in Spanish, or German, it's different languages. It's really, really cool. So we're going to be downloading this. We're going to be testing it out. And who knows, by next month, 2 months from now, we'll be talking to y'all in a whole nother language. So I think it's really cool. As soon as we saw it, Joy's face just lifted up. She's like, oh, this would be something incredible. She always wanted to learn other languages. So just another opportunity for us to, take VR and do something just a little bit different with it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, let's check in the comments before we bring in our special guest. Game and Drinks, brother. Great to have you on. He said we couldn't have gaming
Welcome.
without him. That's right. We was talking about our previous breaking news segment. He said, I know I'm a huge dork. That's funny, man. Hey, we all gurks, nerds, and dorks on this podcast, man. We love it. But we look good. We look good doing it. We are the culture. That's right, man. That's right. So today, we have a very, very amazing special guest that we're going to be bringing on today. Incredible product designer, an amazing metaverse content creator, went from teacher to now metaverse preacher. Okay, so we want to give you guys an opportunity to meet our dear sister, amazing, amazing creator. We call her Little Big Sis, but y'all can call her Morgan Chin. What's good, sis? What's good with you?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Not from teacher to preacher.
Come on, from teacher to metaverse preacher. Amen. That's it. That's it. That's it. We're
You
just
have
so
to get used to him giving you another title. He does that to everybody. So that's yours specifically.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So we're just super, super happy to have you on. It's been a while. When we started the podcast, we reached out and we was like, man, we really want to get you on. So it's just been an opportunity for us to finally get the Morgan Chin on. So let's do this. Joy is going to take over here. But before she does, give us just a quick snippet, a piece of who you are, the elevator pitch of who you are.
Yeah, okay, so I'm Morgan Chin. Like you said, I was an elementary school teacher a few years ago, and that wasn't quite the right fit for me. I didn't know really what other options there were, and I ended up finding out that there's a whole career you can have in tech and working in computers. So I went to get my master's degree at Georgia Tech and became a product designer and quickly discovered virtual reality in my second internship and fell in love like head over heels. I knew that that was where I was supposed to be. So from there, I love it. So much fun. And I even got into building in virtual reality on my own. And it was just like, wow, we need many more people who look like us in this space. We need people to
Hmm.
know about this
Yeah.
because I didn't know about it. I had no clue just a few months before my internship. So yeah, that's me. And so I spend my time making content, building, trying to share about like transitioning into tech, working in VR, building in VR, anything I can do to get people into the space.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that goes into my first question. What was the driving force of leaving the teaching and entering into technology?
Great
Great question.
questions. Jeez. Okay. So I was at a STEM school, which means they're trying to get their STEM certification, and we use computers all the time.
Hmm.
But I never thought about them for anything besides writing lesson plans or like writing papers. So just seeing like my students use it and them use educational technology, and the technology was not good. This was pre-pandemic, so it was like
Oh.
really bad. And I started making my own stuff for them to use. Also was really bad, but it was pre-pandemic. So it was like a big deal. And I was teaching other teachers. They were like, hey, what are you doing? Can you show me? So I started
Hmm.
showing them, having trainings and helping them figure out how to use technology in their classrooms. And I just loved it. I mean, it got to a point where I was like, how do I just do this all day? Like just make
Yeah.
Wow.
a lot of searching, talking to people, Google searching, YouTube watching until I found, product design or UX design. And I just knew it was like, I have to do this.
Yes, most definitely. That has to be a motivating force of finding something that you absolutely love. Because let me tell you, if you do something that you don't, you're looking at the clock every single day.
Yep.
When is it time to clock out? So, yes,
Yes.
I absolutely love that. So, that goes into my next question. So, what was your first experience in the metaverse? Like when you put the headset on, what happened?
Oh, wow. So actually, my first time wearing a headset was during my internship. It was a VR internship, and I never wore a headset before. I put it on, I want to say like the first week. My jaw just dropped to the floor. I don't know what
Oh
I was
man.
expecting, but it was not what happened when I put the headset on. Just like the immersiveness of it, the
Hmm.
space optics, just so many amazing things going on. And then I played my first game. I think it was like the Creed game or something, some type of boxing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I punched the wall. Very
Hold
quickly
up.
into
Hold
it,
up.
hit the
You
wall.
know, you know what I
And
have to say about that, right? Hold on. Let me say this. Don't mess with Morgan. Okay. She punches wall when it comes to VR. Guy. You don't want to mess with. You don't want to mess with her. All right. Continue.
yeah, it's like, but that's the thing though, right? Like, it's so immersive that I completely forgot where I was and that I was in my room and about to hit the wall, and I did hit the wall. But I was just so into it, and it was really fun. So I was hooked from that moment. I was like, I don't know what this is, but this is amazing. Like, y'all are onto something here.
Absolutely. That's how I was when I first got my experience when Jay Dunn came to my house and was like,
Mhm.
babe, you have to try this. I'm like,
Yes.
okay. After I danced with the robot, I'm like, okay, I
Yeah.
have to get this. And we bought it the
Yeah.
next day.
Oh, first steps
Yes.
is wow. I mean, it just sets the bar
Yeah.
so high for VR apps. It's amazing.
That onboarding experience with First Steps is one of those things that's like it's almost like a case study of its own, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, being able to come in is showing you your hands, is going through
Yeah.
the steps, then you're going through grabbing things, and then when you go through all of that, you end with this robot. And let me tell y'all something.
Hmm.
I said this multiple times on podcasts. I'm going to release the footage. I'm holding hostage just in case. One day it's gonna be an NFT of Joy Rain's first moment playing with that robot, okay? And you should have saw
Oh.
when she was like, and it's just like, wait a minute, oh, you want to dance? And it was like, she was like, and you should have saw her smile on her face. I was like, oh yeah, it's over, baby. It's over. We going to the store in just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yes.
that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yes. And so going into my next question is, how did you learn to build in the metaverse?
Okay. So actually, one of my coworkers taught me. We had some competition at work, and
Oh.
they jumped in with me. We were on the same team. It's really cool. And then
Hmm.
the next week, because I couldn't do much besides like make plants. I think I could make some trees. That was the most I could do. And so that weekend, I started on my own, like, draw. I mean, everyone can draw, right? But like, I don't have a realistic type of style of drawing.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
draw it and it might not look like what I'm trying to draw. But I feel like in VR, it's an equal playing field. Like everybody can use those shapes to make something come to life. Everyone can use the tools and take what's in their mind and put it out into the world, which I
Mhm.
loved. It was amazing. So I kind of just learned from a coworker and then I just played around in it.
Yeah, it's like when you have your mind to make, let's say you're going to make a phone or something. And then next thing you know, it turns out to be like a couch. And it's like, how did I get from
Yeah.
here to here? It's like, but you just keep manipulating the shapes and it starts to look like something. It's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
let's go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so true. And
Um,
it's funny looking back on everything you've done. You're like, wait, when did I come here? Like, I was just doing this, just like you said, and now I can make
yeah.
this.
Hmm.
It's really powerful when you think about VR itself. And I don't, and I'm not gonna go back in time or nothing like that. But VR itself, I've always been a
Uh-oh.
gamer. I've always been a technology person. But VR is just a different paradigm. Being able to physically touch it, being able to build, even in Horizon Worlds, taking the controllers and building something physically in there out of your mind and
Yeah.
seeing it come to fruition. It's just something kind of euphoric about that whole thing. So it's just incredible what VR can do. And so I love hearing these little stories and these behind the scenes about everything.
Yes, and so that leads into our next question. What was the hardest thing going from UI UX to 3D?
Mm, so many things are hard about it. Um, wow. Okay, so there's like the hard tactical skills, and then there's like the hard, I wouldn't say like soft skills, but more like mental. I think
Mhm.
one thing that's hard for me is you see all these people kind of further along in their journey, more towards the
Mm,
middle, more towards the end, and you're just starting out and you just don't understand how you
Yeah,
could get to that point. And it's
mm-hmm.
so intimidating. And then you open the tools and it's just like almost like it's all in a foreign language. It's so intimidating. I remember my first time opening like when I think it was Unity and just like seeing all the panels. I'm like,
yeah,
what is happening? Like, this is a lot. Um, and you feel intimidated. Like, you cannot do it. You don't see a lot of people who look like us, in this space, making things, sharing their
mhm,
work. And you just kind of think, oh, they must have went to school for this. They must have been doing this their
Mm,
whole lives.
yeah.
So
yeah,
just overcoming that and realizing that, hey, everybody had to start somewhere. And this is your
absolutely.
starting point. Just jump in and like stay focused on you and don't worry about what anyone else is doing. I think that was hard for me, the hardest thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
that's kind of reminiscent of almost every, at this point, every move we've made, me and Joy, even in business, in ministry, now in podcasting. You'll look at the podcast and go, oh man, it's great. But we went and was like, man, how do we do this? And they look like they know how to do all that, and I don't know how to do none of that. When we first started
Yeah.
podcasting about a year or two ago, when we started the channel and things like that, it was so much time that went into the what we call it, the inferiority complex, or the
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah,
believe, I'm imposter syndrome.
imposter
I don't
syndrome.
quite believe I'm good at this, and the whole time, you could be incredible, or you will find out that a lot of these people just got in there and got their hands dirty and learned how
Yeah.
to do it. It's that break
Yeah.
fix mentality, right? So in IT, the way you learn how to fix something is you break it and then try to fix it.
Hmm.
Unplug something and then figure out why did that unplugging it make the microphone stop working. Oh, I got to keep it plugged in. Got it. But it's very powerful. And I know Joy. I would love for you to expound on it, because it's a lot of paradigms, even with what you did with Joy in the Morning, and different things that you've been doing as well.
Absolutely. With Joy in the Morning, like I'm getting thrust into this showcase type person, this host, and I'm like, Well, first of all, who's going to want to hear me talk? Two, it's like I'm not a public speaker,
Sheesh.
and I'm like all these things are coming into my mind, and then after when it happens, and when you keep going at it and
Mhm.
repetition and stuff like that, it starts to come naturally, and it's like, oh my gosh, this was here the entire time, but I
Yes.
was putting myself as a blocker, to reaching what I needed to reach because of feeling that imposter syndrome. So absolutely.
Yeah, and even with the podcast, we even have that scenario too, where when we first said you keep saying it over and over, Morgan. And I love that you're driving it home. Is that
Mhm.
it's not a lot of people that look like us in this particular area of expertise. So it's
Yeah.
like we got to be the catalyst. We got to be those pioneers. We have to be those pilgrims who are
Mhm.
willing to come in and try to get the system set up properly, so that it's a lot
Yeah.
easier for more and more people to be able to be a part of what we're doing. 100%.
Yes, and so that leads into our next question. What advice would you give to a new designer coming into this space?
Oh, so my advice would be encouragement. I think that you can learn the tactical skills, right? You can take the courses, you can practice. It's a lot of the other stuff, the mental stuff, that is harder to get over. And the advice I would give is just to know and believe that you belong here. You
Mhm.
know, you earned the place that you have, whatever role you have, whatever opportunities you have, they are just for you. They're not for anyone else.
Wow.
Just
Yeah.
knowing and understanding that, like, you were meant to be here. God chose you for this moment, for this opportunity. Don't let
Yes.
anyone or anything make you feel inferior or that you're not good enough or that you're not welcome or that you can't do something. Just being confident and sure that you belong where you are and that you can do this and that everybody's making mistakes. And no one really knows what they're doing. We're all just kind of fumbling through it and putting our best foot forward, and that's all you can do.
Yes.
See, I told y'all she a metaverse preacher. I literally said, she said, "Oh, you want to know what I would tell them?" I'm gonna put it on be funny, but you want to know what I tell an up and coming designer? I would encourage them. The Lord, the
Amen.
God,
Yes.
God.
Amen.
But no. But that is exactly what is needed, because shout out to Price. He's actually in the comment section. He was getting upset with us because we was kind of on his lane when we was talking about some of these things. But he was one of those people. He was building beforehand. We saw his incredible world in the metaverse, in Horizon Worlds, the Cloud Lounge, and I went up
Mhm.
to him immediately. When you see something cool, you're like, "Hey, how you do that?"
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to do that. What you do right now, And he was like, "Yeah, man. You got a build you're already doing." And I was like, "Well, no. I just want you to. I want to copy and paste this exact thing. How do I do it? I need to step from step 1 to step 10." He said,
My
"No, that's
God.
not how it worked." He was like, "But what I will tell you," he encouraged me. He said, "What I will tell you is get in the tools, learn how to
Hmm.
manipulate them. He said, you'll understand once you get in it exactly what you'll need to do." Is like, I can't really give you no advice until you go
Yeah.
in and fumble and try, and then I'll say, "Oh, where did you fumble?" "Well, man, I don't know how to put a window in my world." "Oh, well, there is no cutout tool. You have to build it as if you want a window already there. So you got to just manipulate the shapes and make the window." I was like, "Thanks so much for letting me know. I didn't even know." And all he's saying back is, "Yep." But no, it's really really good, and so I love that, just encouragement. It's all about encouragement. What you say, Joy?
I absolutely love that as well. And that can also, I know that you went to Afrotech, and so having that complex could be a little intimidating as well, going to a
Mm.
big conference, knowing there's so many people that's in the field that may be so much more further than what you are, going there and feeling like you shouldn't belong. But what would you say to somebody as well going there?
Oh, yeah, same. You definitely belong. And I think Afrotech for me is like going home to family, right?
Wow.
Like, if all
Love
these
that.
people from our culture, from our background, speaking our dialect of English, you can be yourself, welcoming you, encouraging you. You have everyone from students who are hoping to get into the field to seasoned professionals, I mean, CEOs, like all kinds of people all here together in the same space, sharing tips, learning new things. And so just knowing that nobody knows everything. There's always going to be someone who might know a little bit more than you, but even they still have something to learn. There's always something to learn. So go there with the mindset to meet people, to learn new things, to share, because even the newest person into this space has something that they can offer. It could be a fresh perspective. It could be
Mhm.
a cool way to use the tools. It could be
Mm.
something you learned in school that all of us who've been in here for years don't know. I mean, even me, when I was in my internship and had never put on a headset, I had so much to offer the team because I was thinking about this fresh perspective of like, I don't know how to use a headset at all. So this doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to me. And that was valuable because there's so many more people like me, right? So think about you being new also as a strength, and just kind of go in there and just know that like you're going to family and they're going to welcome you, cheer you on, encourage you. It's going to be a really cup filling experience.
Come on,
Absolutely. I
come
love
on.
that.
Look, we saw all the footage and we was like, man, we got, the first thing, so, it's amazing. Joy always has a post on what's up and coming and happening. We were heading from getting some food like a week before Afrotech. And she's like, oh, yeah, Afrotech's next week. And I'm like, what the heck is Afrotech? Never heard of it. Then she's like, oh yeah, I've been following them. Da 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 da. She started going off and telling me, and I'm like, well, we gotta go. She's like, well, the tickets, and it's like, oh, it's like, oh, and then the next thing you know, look, the next thing you know, we see our sister boarding the plane. She down there. We like, all right, we gonna live through Morgan. We gonna live through Morgan. We gonna see what's going on. And it just looked like it was like a family reunion. There was
Yep.
electric slide in there. But what I loved the most about it was that it was us showing us. You know,
Yep.
it was corporations who have amazing people of color leaders helping the up and coming new people of color leaders.
Yep.
That's very powerful. And something that I think is needed, and it's why we all are doing this. It's why this podcast exists. It's why your whole YouTube channel exists as well. So definitely just something powerful about Afrotech, and we gonna be there next year. Oh yeah, we gonna be there. We gonna turn up next year for sure. Yes, it.
Yes. And so, Morgan, the title of our podcast is Get Them to the Metaverse. So, we ask every single person, guest, on our podcast, how would you get someone into the metaverse?
Okay, so I would have them just put the headset on and try out
Come
a
on.
bunch of different experiences. It is so hard to explain. You just have to experience it. It is like Chick-fil-A, my favorite restaurant. Okay?
Come
And
on.
how
She
do you
preaching, y'all.
explain a chicken sandwich and like the taste to someone? You just can't. You just have to eat it. So I feel like this is the same thing. You just have to put that headset on. We have to get in there, but not just be there passively, right? Because we're not just going to watch our friend eat the chicken sandwich. We're going to eat it. So you have to be actively involved. You need to meet people. You need to make connections. You need to play the games.
Hmm.
Most importantly, I feel like you need to create, because I feel
Mm.
playing games is really, really fun. But when you start creating and
Wow.
bringing things in your head to life, it brings the metaverse to a whole new level. And so I talk to people and they're like, I don't
Yeah.
really get it. I don't really get it. And I'm like, listen, you have to create, like you have to build things in there, and you will see instantly like the power and the value of it. If you're kind of just there passively and you're just looking around like, I don't really get this. No, 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 no. You're not. It's like you're not eating a sandwich right. You
You,
gotta
you, you ain't put
I
the right
love
you
it.
ain't
build.
put the right sauce on there. You ain't got
Yeah.
everything on it. You ain't get the pickle. You ain't get the no. And
Yes.
it's a science to it, and
Yeah,
so
and you gotta build with your friends. That's
that's it.
that's the
Yes.
thing.
Yeah. And I
Absolutely.
think that's the problem with everything VR, right? It's the onboarding experience. It's like if that onboarding is right, like first steps, you're gonna be hooked, But that's for the
Yeah.
Yeah.
gaming side. Now we got to get you into that metaverse creative community side. Another cool
Yes.
thing that just happened, VR chat. just released what's called groups. And one of the things about it is like Facebook groups, but for VR. So if you're the ice cream lover group, you'll join the ice cream lover group inside of VR chat. And when they have meetups and when they have things like that, you're notified on your Quest, you're notified on your computer, you're notified on the app. And you have a community now. It's not just
Yes.
randomly my friend list. Oh, hey friends, and let me go meet this friend over there. But it's like groups of people who all are part of the same thing. So imagine new person gets on VR chat. They go into the groups and they see, oh, there's a world. There's people who all are into. Maybe it's the Afrotech group. All right, well, I'm gonna go in there, and next thing you know, you're talking to a CEO of a company, someone else who they might be a 9 foot tall giant in there, but at the same time, it's there. So just that onboarding, I love the Chick-fil-A. Okay,
Yeah.
I love Chick-fil-A. Look, Price said not your favorite, right? Not your favorite. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's her
just
favorite.
oof.
Joy has a similar feel when I can't go to Chick-fil-A without Joy. So I literally cannot
Absolutely
pick.
can't.
I when I think about lunch, if she's asleep and I'm going to get lunch, it cannot be Chick-fil-A. It can be any other restaurant. If I tell her, she look at me, hey baby, what you had for lunch? Chick-fil-A.
It's over. Couch. You're on the couch that night.
Right. It's not even, it's not even, yeah, it's just, oh my goodness. No, I love that. I think that's incredible. Any other questions, Joy?
Yes. So we had to move our time because our special guest is in the UK. So tell us some experiences that you've encountered there. Tell us how you like it. Just expound on that.
Yeah, oh, London town. We love the city. Oh my gosh, love the city. It's amazing. We come from the South, and we came here from LA, and so we're
Represent.
used to driving. Yep, South. We're used to driving everywhere, and just being able to get on the train and go from here to there and not have to think about like who's gonna drive and fill up your car with gas, and you can just watch Netflix and let someone else take care of it. It's amazing, super convenient. It is so safe, right? Like you're not always walking around looking over your shoulder, like thinking someone's going to get you, or
Wow.
there might be like some type of shooting. Like you don't have to worry about any of
Yeah.
that. You just live your life. You're not getting harassed as much. Like it's just so safe to kind of go out even at night. I walk my dog, just me and my dog, and obviously have street smarts, but you don't have to be so much always like looking and watching and being sure. I
Yeah.
think another thing is like your brain as a foreigner here is working overtime all the time. So we're exhausted because a lot of the stuff back home in the States that we never thought about, you have to think about here. Like, what side of the street do I walk on? And this is every time you go outside because people
Oh,
are all over the
goodness.
place, right? Like, which bus do I need to take? And which side of the street is the cars like coming on? And how do I order a
Yeah.
hot dog? It's just like everything. How do I get a phone? How do I set up the Wi-Fi? Oh, my plugs from the US don't work. So this is like all day long.
Wow.
Goodness.
Even in the workplace, you're thinking like, how do I have this conversation here? Is this how they say this? Because you have a bunch of different cultures all kind of thrown together, and that translates into work because the work cultures are also not the same. So you end
Wow.
up very tired at the end of the day from all the thinking. But honestly, it's been a lot of fun. It's been really challenging getting here. But if anyone's interested in moving abroad, I definitely say go for it. You won't regret it.
Awesome. Look, so yeah,
Love that.
we already got our bags packed. We gonna be on
Yes.
coming on to London with Wipe Me Down playing in the background.
Please
Um,
do.
so we really, really, really love just everything that you've been accomplishing. We're so proud of you and seeing all the big achievements we constantly see when you do posts online and things like that. Speaking of posting online, you're a content creator that's just killing it. So congratulations, because you just crossed over 2,000 subscribers
Thank
on
you.
your YouTube channel.
Yay.
Oh, we pay
Thank
attention.
you.
We pay attention over here. All right, now y'all make sure y'all see that subscribed already.
Yes,
I
subscribe.
can't resubscribe, but it's already subscribed. But y'all see this channel, right? Amazing content. Can I tell y'all what's incredible about a content creator? When you scroll down and they only have maybe 15, maybe 20 videos, but yet they're still killing it when it comes to long form, not shorts. Shorts, she got some shorts now. She got some shorts, okay. But but that's really impressive. And we first found out about you probably right around this area, the Building With Me, your series that you started. But I love how you've really shared your journey about teaching. You've shared your journey about exploring the metaverse, and even did a little bit of gaming, which was hilarious. This video is hilarious. The zombies, I think me and Joy sat there and just ate popcorn and watched, just laughed our butts off at that one. It's just incredible. So just
don't
shout
put
out
me
to
on
you.
your shooting team because I cannot shoot.
Look,
so.
I'm gonna tell you something. When it comes to
Well,
zombies,
she gonna be on my fighting team. I'll tell you that.
Oh, look, cause she punching through walls. She punching through walls. That's gonna happen. But no, we just want to give that shout out because you are doing incredible things with content creation, and I would like to know what really made you get into that part of the process.
Thank you. I appreciate the shout out. It is not easy, and everyone tries to make it seem really easy. It is not. What made me get into this? I really think it was God. I just had this kind of voice, this like small voice in my soul that was like, you should make a YouTube channel. You should make a YouTube channel. And I'm like,
It was like,
no.
You should make a YouTube channel.
Yeah, it was like that. And I'm like, no, that's weird. No one wants to hear me talk. Like, I'm not about to do like day in my life. Like, no, who am I? But I just kept hearing the voice. And so I was like, okay, what if I just try it? What would I talk about? And then I realized, again, God, I was like, oh, like, I'm not a lifestyle person. I just can't get into that. But what if it's my transition as I'm like going into graduate school? And then I start talking about graduate school and what's that like? Because I couldn't find many videos online. And then I start transitioning into my career. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, there's so much here that I want to do and that I have to say. And it was just God. Like, it just kind of took off from there. Even getting to 2,000 subscribers, I'm just like blown away that many people are interested in what I have to say. And I think even just having one subscriber is amazing because that's one person whose life might change from one video that I post. And that's what keeps me going. It's just knowing that somebody is waiting on that video or that reel or that whatever for you to post it because it's going to change their entire life. They're going to stumble upon it one day and realize that this is a confirmation from God to do whatever he's telling them to do. And so I have a video that talks about how my life changed after teaching. And if you go in the comments, you'll see so many people saying like they felt the same way. And it's just like, this is what these people needed, like someone to understand, someone to listen, someone to encourage them to do the scary thing, whatever it was that God is telling them to do. It might be leading them to something else. So that for me is kind of why I do it and why I keep doing it.
Awesome. I was trying to look, I was pulling up the video. I'm about to get nosy in the comment section. But no, I love it. I love the fact that that still small voice. That's what it was for me and Joy, She was you talk about that one subscriber. Let me highlight her real quick. She was, did I change your life, baby? Because you was my first subscriber. So did I change your life, baby? Because I was the first to subscribe to YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
But no, like sincerely, that God used my wife. He used that still small voice. I've heard this so many times with content creators, like, who am I? Why? And I've been, one of the beautiful things about this. Let's give the honor where honor is due. It's wonderful to be on this platform right now with two other African Americans and then African American women of color. Women of color on here who are experts in learning their platform and able to express it audibly on the podcast. That's incredible. That's everything, because we're in this space and we're beginning to build something that's going to change people's lives. So when they see all of us, natural hairs don't care, Boosie fades if I had it still, all the different opportunities here, and they're seeing, wait, there's people who look like me doing this, and now there's going to encourage the next wave of content creators, the next wave of motivators, the next wave of people who are going to shift community in positive ways. So it's just incredible to have you on today. And I just love seeing it. And we support you in every way possible and continue to do
Yes.
so for sure.
Yeah, you guys are literally amazing. So thank you for having me on here. Love y'all so much and all of the things you do, your videos, your podcasts, your reels, your date night videos. I just love the way, I'm sorry, this is off on a tangent, but I love the way that you represent God through your love and you shine that out to so many people. And you use like the metaverse and VR as a way to like help people see what marriage could be, you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
it's just amazing. So I'm honored that you asked
Oh,
me here.
Oh,
thank you.
I'm gonna put the camera on Joy, so y'all
Why
can't
you
see
put the
that.
camera on
So
me?
y'all don't see no tear. It's a tear. It's a tear right here. It's a tear right here. No, like honestly, we love it. We love you and your husband. Like we've had wonderful
Yes.
times of personal times of being able to connect with you guys. And so when we say we family, we are family. So
Yes.
before we log off, we got to make sure we cover all tracks here. Let the people know how they can connect with you and learn more about you.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, Morgan Chin.
Hint.
Here we go. Here we go. Here it
Yeah.
is.
There it
Check out my
is, right there. Right,
videos.
right,
I
right,
mean, it's
right.
Leave
real
some
easy.
comments.
Yeah,
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 let
it
me know what
is.
you think. I'm super nice. Also follow me on Instagram, which is at @MorganChin_. You can
Mm-hmm.
also follow me on TikTok at @MorganChin_, and on LinkedIn at Morgan Chin. I have all these profiles. So follow me on any one of those. Reach out, say hi. I'm super friendly. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you do and what you build in this space.
Except for Twitter. Except
Yeah,
for
no,
Twitter.
I can't. I
I've been
cannot.
trying to get little sis on Twitter. She refuses.
I
But
can't do
yes.
another.
Yes,
It's
no.
too many.
It's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot. And there's new ones coming every day almost. But thank you so much for allowing us to have you on. We found it an honor and a privilege to have you on our
Most
podcast.
definitely.
And Joy, go ahead and let them know how they can get in contact with you. You gorgeous thing.
Well, you can follow me on all social media at Joy Rain VR.
Awesome. She make it easy. She make it easy. And same thing for me. At J Dunn RRP on that's my Horizon profile, my Meta profile, my Instagram, my Facebook, my
That's it.
Twitter,
Everything,
my
all social
TikTok.
media.
Everywhere you go, and if they got a new one called Snoopa Dooba Doo, then on Snoopa Dooba Doo, I will be at J Dunn RP. Y'all don't at me. Y'all don't at me, man. But once again, we just encourage everyone to continue to follow your dreams and to continue to build out this metaverse and get more people in the metaverse. And before we
And
go,
thank
let's
y'all so much for rocking with us. The
yeah,
live audience. Shout
I'm,
outs to
Yeah.
y'all.
I'm looking at Code and Pass. Hey fam, what's good with you?
Hey.
And we got
Hey.
game and drinks. Our brother, it's an honor because black folks need to make our space before it gets huge. Of course, Black Twitter app is getting huge now. Yes, it is. So yeah, man, just shout out to everyone who's live streaming, everyone who's gonna watch it after the fact because we have a very good, huge replay of a fam that just come back in later on and boost those numbers up. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up
Thank
on the video as
y'all.
well, and make sure you subscribe to get the things done because we got so much more coming soon. All right. Well, we gotta let sis
Yes.
get back because it's late in the UK. She gotta get to
Yeah.
her family, And so we are gonna see you guys next time on Get 'em to the Metaverse. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.